What's going on, everyone out there in YouTube land, and welcome Takedown Red Saber fans. I am BearHugger29, and welcome to my first edition of Takedown Map Tactics. And today I'll be going ahead and showing you guys a tactical viewpoint of the map for Biolab and the way that I take and the way I approach these missions. 90% of the time, it's usually a fail, but there's always a 10% chance that my method always works. Because since due to a lot of the bugs and the AI not being exactly on par and being cheap as fuck with their goddamn aimbots, this way is the way that I always take every time, and I've always had the most amount of success for the 10% that I have beaten Biolab as far as the mission goes. I've done it single player, and I've also done it cooperatively. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So as you can see, I'm using Photoshop, by the way, so I can actually go ahead and draw on the mini-map, or not on the mini-map, on the actual map, so I can tell you the direction I go. I'm going to be marking off, red dots are going to be enemies, and blue lines are going to be my co-op partner when I tell him to do certain things, and black lines are going to be my movement and where I'm going to be, where I move on the map. So to begin with, I always make my insertion point always be the garage, because this is the most easiest way for me to get through this mission, because I can really take my time. And going through the stairs, I probably would have to say, is probably one of the most difficult things, because you never know if there's enemies lurking around the stairs or not. Outside from rooms, of course, but I'm going to explain that as we go through this video. So essentially, right where this yellow arrow pointing down is, this is where you spawn in the garage area. Now, as soon as I spawn, I'll move straight up this way, go around this corner, and I stop right here. And I'll do a lean, because every once in the blue moon, there's usually an enemy that spawns right around here. He'll spawn right in that spot. If there is a guy there, take him out. If he's not, then continue on. So once that enemy's there, or if he's not there, continue down here. I never ever take these stairways, because these stairways will lead to the main lobby room on floor 1. There's generally an enemy that will spawn probably right around over here somewhere between a pillar, and there's usually one or two that will spawn on the stairs or on the actual level area up here. There's usually about one guy over here, or sometimes there's a guy over there. So you have to be extra careful when you're taking that route. That's why I don't like taking it. I always take the back way around, because it's easier, because the enemies on the actual second floor are easier to take out, and then they're easier to take down. I can shoot from above and then take them out on the bottom floor and then go and defuse the bomb. So now, continue on. So I always take this way. Then once I approach this door, I will stop. And then my co-op buddy, he will actually come out of nowhere, and well, not come out of nowhere, but generally he'll actually come over here, and he will stand right approximately around there. Because what I usually do is I will tell him to open the door, and I'll cook a flashbang. Because the reason why I do that is because chances are there's an enemy right there, and there's sometimes an enemy right next to the actual bomb. Now, sometimes you might get both. It really depends. But now, generally, there's also a third enemy in this room that sometimes, usually all the time, usually spawns, sometimes not. He will spawn right in between these two generators. So it's very careful. So sometimes you might get these two guys that spawn, or you might get these two guys that spawn. Or sometimes you'll just get him that spawns, or just the middle guy itself, and that's it. Nobody on the left and nobody in the far corner towards the door. So now, once my co-op partner goes ahead and opens the door, I will throw my flashbang to distract if there's a guy here. And if there is, then sweet. If not, chances are the guy that's down in the far corner may get hit with the flashbang. It really depends, but that's here or there. So what my partner will do is he will go off, and he will peek around the corner very, very quietly. He'll open up the second door, and he'll actually do a quick little lean and move method is the way I call it, to carefully see if he can get visualization on this guy down here, because you cannot see this guy in between these two generators. And if the guy is there, my co-op partner will actually go ahead and take him out. And then my co-op partner will actually go up this way, and he'll come around the back side, and then he'll take out this target right here. And then after this target's done, he will come up this way, and he will go ahead and defuse the bomb for me. Now, what I would do is, after while he's doing that, I break off, and I come out this way, and I make my way down here. These two doors are always opened. Always open. Come down here, and I'll stop right up against this wall, and I'll peek around the corner, because chances are there is sometimes an enemy that will spawn right there. And if there is an enemy right there, go ahead, take them out and be done with it. Now, after doing that, my co-op partner will actually come by and essentially he'll just basically, once he's done that, he'll come back down this way, come around, meet me up in the front when this enemy's taking out. And what he'll do is he'll stand literally right there, almost right where the guy that, if an enemy spawned there. And essentially what I would do is upon after that is I would go ahead and come down here and stop right around here. So that way I can cook yet another flashbang, because chances are there's usually about maybe 2 or 3 guys that can be on the stairs at any given time. Sometimes there's not. Sometimes there might be 1, 2, God only knows how many. But generally there's going to be either 1 guy or at least 2 guys. And chances are every once in a while, and this is a pretty high risk, is that sometimes an enemy will actually be walking down the stairs. Now you don't want that. So what you want to do is essentially you want to go ahead and click a flashbang and have your partner open the door real quick and see if there's if you can get visualization contact on the guy on top of the stairs, because sometimes you can see him on the top of the stairs just standing there. If he's there, have your co-op partner take him out, and et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, if you don't want to risk taking that way, you can go ahead and have I can go ahead and have my character open the door, click a flashbang, throw it in there, and then close the door real quick. And then if there's no enemies there, then we continue on with the mission. So upon doing that, we take the stairs up to the second floor, or actually, sorry, to the first floor, which will actually go ahead and will take us right here if we were to take that path. However, every once in a while, we'll actually take a different path, and we will actually spawn up here on the second floor. Chances are sometimes we'll take the second floor, because on the first floor, the bombs can spawn on the first floor, but for some weird reason, I've never ever once ever seen them spawn in any of this part of the area of the map so far. I don't know if it's a bug. Chances are it probably is a bug, but whatever. So anyways, so now I know some people before, like they said, they could take this pathway right here. I don't like taking that pathway. I like doing that from the second point of view because it gives me the upper hand, the advantage sometimes. But sometimes the bots can be tricky and they can fuck your shit up if you're not careful. So now, eventually, here's another little problem too as well. You got to be careful too, because chances are sometimes there will be enemies that will come out of the second floor and go downstairs and flank you if you're not careful. So here's the proper way to avoid this issue. Have your co-op partner, have your co-op buddy set up shop at the very top of these stairs right here so that he's looking out the door. And while I'll sit there and I will move my character and I will try to move out and I will try to clear out as much as I can out of these rooms itself. Chances are sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now, while my partner's up there, taking out that aspect or that element of those guys coming down the stairs, because the bottom floor is cleared out already. There's no enemies that will come back or try to flank you or whatever you want to call it. So while he's doing that for me, I will come over here. Now, I'll have to be, let me go ahead and Control Z that, sorry. I went a little too far there. Now, essentially, what I'll do is I'll stop right here, because chances are there could be an enemy that will spawn, over here in the far corner. There could be an enemy that could spawn here in the room, or there's an enemy that could spawn right there fucking in the actual main entrance to the actual room. So whatever way you take, you have to be extra careful. So what you do is you peek around that corner. If the guy's down there, take him out. If not, go ahead, cook a flashbang, throw it directly in the middle if you can, just to be on the safe side. Or if you want to, ricochet it off the actual, or just don't cook it all the way. Throw it lightly near towards the ground, and then make sure you face the opposite way so you don't get flashbang. Or if you have time, close the door, and then run in there with your main gun. Take him out. Sorry. And if the enemy spawns over here, take him out. And then after that, go ahead and hack the computer. You do not have to hack the second computer on the second level floor. You only have to hack one computer. So once you get that done, move on. Leave this area. Now, generally after this, like I said, I'll sometimes, I will actually come through here. I will go through this door first and come through these actual little doors. Now, sometimes there could be enemies patrolling this area. There could be a guy right over here. There could be a guy down in this hallway or to the very, very end of the hallway. Sometimes there's not, but I'm just marking them off for you anyway, just in case you guys do whatever. So now that my co-op partner is up here on the second floor, chances are he took out 2 or 3 guys by now. My co-op partner is actually going to move in into this area now and actually take out the right-hand side of the map, take out the enemies that are actually upon the balcony area leading to the foyer area where the second bomb will actually go ahead and be. So I'm going to go ahead and draw you a line in the path that he takes. So upon after killing some guys, he will take this pathway. He will come over here, eliminate this guy, come down here, and take out the enemies that are down here in this area right here. And then once this room is completely cleared out, he will come down the actual stairs and go ahead and defuse the bomb. And then upon after that, he will backtrack after he defuses the bomb and meet up with me right around this area right here. So now, let me go ahead and switch back into my color here. So anyways, so now when you're down this hallway and you take out these enemies, etc., etc. Now this is where it gets really, really tricky. And I mean really tricky. Because given how the bots are essentially aim bots, but you can tone down that aspect, and I'll make another video for that later. So generally, what both of us will do is we'll split up into 2 groups. We'll split up in, I'll go off either to the right, and my co-op partner will go off to the left. He'll take out this room and see if there's a bomb there. If there's not, he'll come back and go down the hallway and go into this room right here. So essentially, he will actually go off, check out this room. Oops. Control Z that, sorry. He will come over here, check this room, clear out this area. Now, sometimes there could be an enemy in this area. Generally, there might be one right by the door right here, and et cetera, et cetera. Now, there might be 2 enemies up in this, in behind here. Sometimes there's usually, if there is 2 enemies in there, chances are you're going to have one guy that has a shotgun. That guy will fuck your shit if you're not careful. So you got to make sure you be extra, extra careful. Have your co-op partner throw in a grenade or a flashbang first to make sure, and then go in and proceed with the kills. Now, sometimes my co-op partner will actually go ahead and move in here. If the bomb is in this room, which chances are it's probably not, but like I said, if he is in there, he'll defuse it, and then he'll go out this way and take out this room right here and clear it out. Now, as far as my knowledge goes, there's one enemy that usually spawns in this room right over here. So now my co-op partner will sit there and actually lean over, take it, open the door carefully, lean over, take him out really quickly, and then recruit back and go out this door and meet up back with me. So basically he's doing essentially a full-on square circle. Now, I myself am going through this door here. There is a few enemies that could spawn right here. There could be a guy right here that could spawn, and there can also be, actually, no, there isn't a guy that spawns in this area. Now, essentially, what I normally do is I take this pathway, I go through here, in through here. Now, there's always going to be, there's going to be a guy that will sometimes spawn and right in the corner with the door, one guy that can spawn right here, a guy that could spawn right there, and a guy that could spawn in the far back corner. Essentially, now, the way I approach this is, the way the door opens, it opens to the right, it doesn't open to the left. So what I would do is I would open the door, but I would move my character directly to the right side of the wall, and actually go ahead and cook a grenade, and I will throw it in there, but I'll be quick. I'll strafe in, throw it, strafe back, but I'll make sure that I hit it off the actual, this little wall right here. It's not a wall, but like it looks like a lab table, and I would ricochet it off that. So in case there is an enemy that's right here or right here, chances are they're going to die from it. If there's a guy that's right here, I have to be extra careful of that. I got to make sure that there is no contact or no tango there and take them out. So when this room is completely cleared out, I move in, I go around this side here, and I'll take this door, and I'll repeat the same process. There could be an enemy to the far back corner over here, or an enemy behind here. So make sure you approach it however you want. You see that the room is pretty big, and the radius is not that very big on a flashbang. Do a lot of leaning. Do the actual little lean strife, lean strife, lean strife, and I'll show you in the video after the conclusion of this video. Now, your co-op partner is essentially, doing his own thing. Now, it's his job to go ahead and take out the room this way right here. Now, since this is an open area that leads into an open area, he can take it 2 different approaches. He can either take it from this angle here if he wants to, or take it from this angle here if he wants to. Now, here's a neat little trick. If he takes it from this way and an enemy sees him, have your co-op partner backtrack around and go take the long way, because chances are the enemies will still think he's in this vicinity or around this area somewhere. And if he is there, take around this way, flank him out, and kill him, and be done with that shit. And then have your co-op partner take this, meet up with you at the end of this quarter when you are done, so that way your character can go ahead and meet back up with you once this room is cleared out. And if the bomb is in there, defuse it, come back out here, and you guys would both meet up right here in the hallway. So that's the whole entire area of floor 1. Now, up into floor 2 is essentially the same form of layout. I'll go ahead and I'll mark the enemies right away. So chances are there's going to be 2 enemies that spawn in this room. One guy will spawn here next to one of the 2 doors. And sometimes there's also a guy that will spawn right there. Be careful going in this room. If my advice would be is avoid it. Take the long way around. Because if you take this way here, you can do a flashbang, go in for the kill, and you have a wall right here for cover. So you can poke out, kill your last enemy, and be done with it. Now, take this way here. Oops. Sorry. Go ahead and change the color here. Now go ahead, come down the hallway here. Go through these 2 little doors. You don't even have to worry about this room anymore. You don't have to worry about that. If the door is open, peek around the corner to make sure that the enemy is not over there. Make sure of that. If he is there, kill him. Ignore this room. You do not need to hack that terminal. Come down here. Go through these doors. Now, here, there could be more enemies that spawn. Chances are these 2 doors right here are going to be closed. It's going to be pretty much basically essentially an empty hallway, because your co-op partner had already killed those guys when he was covering the stairs when I was taking out the first part of the floor down here on the first floor. So upon here, you're going to want to have your co-op partner meet up with you over here too as well. So let me go ahead and get my color back here. You're going to want to have your co-op partner essentially be with you the whole entire time you were up here. Now, the same thing rules apply. Your co-op partner goes here while I go this way. So I break off to the left, he breaks off to the right. Clears out this room, chances are, let me go ahead and get my color right here again, sorry. There will be, sometimes there could be an enemy that will spawn right here in the door, or an enemy that could spawn right next to the door over here. Once your co-op partner goes all the way this way, there's going to be another pair of enemies on these 2 corners. And same goes to this room as well. And sometimes there's also one that spawns back here. So essentially, once you get that done, go ahead and let me put my color back here for my co-op partner here. Go down a little bit different color. There we go. So have your co-op partner come in here, eliminate that guy, come around this way, go through the door, go in here, take out these 2 tangos if there is anybody in here. If there's a bomb in here, defuse it. And then once he's done with that, meet up back in the hallway. Now with my guy, do the exact same thing. Come down this way, clear out this room. Either flashbang, if you got any flashbangs left, chances are you probably don't, or do whatever you want to call it. Now, if you want to have your co-op partner do something smart, tell him to go through here, look through the door, and see if he sees any enemy. Try to flank them at the same time. I can go ahead and I can flank out this guy, go ahead and kill that guy, and then my co-op partner can take care of that guy, or even take care of this guy for me. So that way I can basically, literally, essentially just cause a distraction in the room pretty much. So now, once that's done, you go ahead, you meet up back in the room again, and then at this point here, you should have all 3 bombs done and the terminal hacked. Now you're ready for extraction. And the way to do that is have both you and your co-op partner take these stairs, go all the way up to here, and there you go. Take your extraction, and the mission is complete. So that's the end of this video for my little tutorial for how the map goes. I'm going to go ahead and do a video to add on to this and see how it goes. But I'll be taking the exact same route, but I will be doing it solo myself. And then in my next video, I will actually do the same tactic, but I'll be doing it with a co-op partner. So until next time, guys, have a good day. And please go ahead and rate, subscribe, and comment if you like these videos, you want to see more. And please support Takedown Red Saber. I know the game is not doing too well right now. I know the game is buggy as fuck. But if we show support, Sorellen will definitely get this game updated more and make it the tactical shooter that we want it to be. So until next time, guys, have yourself a great day, and I will see you in the next episode of Takedown Red Saber Maps.